Siema, zapraszam do oglądania kolejnego odcinka na moim kanale. Mam nadzieję, że będzie Wam się podobać.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Master Fayfar, Sir Radzig sent me to you.
Did he? He must think highly of you.
I do the best I can.
That's good, because this is damned important. Silver's our most valuable.
How can I help with these, evil for...
Sir Radzig may make light of it, but a large quantity of silver has been discovered hereabouts, and no one is guarding the Skullets' mine.
You really think someone could be stealing the silver from the mines? I would have thought that would be...
It certainly would. Which is why I'd like you to go and check out not only the mine gallery, but also the yard with the smelter and the waterworks. See what kind of state it's all in, and if it...
Is that the yard...
That's the one. I don't know what state it's in now. There used to be
A silver store? Could there really be any left?
I doubt it. I'd be surprised if...
What about these water...
A stamping mill and washing troughs.
You said mine gallery.
Boy, there's such a maze there that it would take a week to crawl through the place. There's only one gallery...
Why just that one?
Because I was expecting to find a scene there. All the indications pointed to it. So if anyone...
Should I be expecting trouble?
Well, I definitely wouldn't treat the job like a visit to church on Sunday.
I see. Well, that's all clear.
Good luck then.
I'm glad you're here, Henry.
What's happening, sir?
Uncle Sahanush sent for me. No doubt he wants to give me another ear bashing about the error of my ways. And he...
Oh, Sakra.
Indeed. I wonder what he wants to lecture me about this time. And you, because you're going with me.
All right, we should get going then, shouldn't we, Sir Hans?
I suppose so. Right away. I put some of my old clothes in a trunk for you. I don't want you... So go and get dressed up before we head off.
Thanks, Sir Hans. So,
Jakoś...
Well, my ward, and his, what shall we say, chaperone.
Uncle.
My lord?
I hope we haven't dragged you away from anything too important.
Not at all, Uncle. We
like
were just...
boozing and whoring, for instance.
Uncle, I can...
Perhaps you were busy, causing mayhem in the middle of the night and beating up my subjects.
Niemożliwe.
Wasn't... Henry and I were just...
Henry's as big a fool as you are. But he's not my ward, thank Christ. What the hell do the pair of you think you're doing? There are people in this fiefdom who work from dawn to dusk to put food on their tables, and on yours, may I remind you. And then they look at you, Hans, their lord and master, and see a drunken layabout. That fellow you beat up last night was a guard, a new guard on the town watch. And he couldn't report for duty this morning because of his injuries. I had the bailiff here complaining, and could I tell him what I really think about this whole sorry affair? Of course not. That would demean me. And you too. So I sit gaping like a stuffed owl and listen to his grievances. Maybe you think because you're the lord here you can get away with anything. But you're sadly mistaken, you blockhead. A lord remains a lord only as long as he commands the loyalty of his subjects. And I'm sure I don't have to tell you the folk here are not exactly enchanted at the prospect of having you in charge. That was the last straw, Capon. One more of your escapades and I'll send you to your mother in Polna. For all I care, she can dress you up like a wench and marry you off to some Hungarian.
Uncle, that arson... Archibald tried to murder me. What was I to do?
Oh, don't exaggerate. Well, I'm hardly surprised after you molested his girl and humiliated him.
I was only...
Oh,
I'm
don't
so-
whine, for heaven's
sorry.
sake. It's about time you started taking some responsibility.
Mhm.
I have a job for you. Maybe that will keep you out of mischief. Sir Milota of Oleshna has turned up here. Do you know him?
Isn't he Sir Bernard's cousin?
He is. He came here with the remnants of his retinue to seek refuge. He's seriously wounded.
What happened to him, sir?
His fortress Oleshna was attacked by one Wulfrin of Camburg. Milota pursued him almost as far as Neuhof and engaged with him. Unfortunately, the skirmish didn't end well for Milota.
Wulflin of Camburg. That name is familiar.
He's kin to the Oleshna lords, too. A cousin of Bernard's and Milota's. Their family affairs are a little complicated. None of my business, of course. I just wish they'd found somewhere else to thrash out their differences.
What do you want us to do, sir?
Go and see Bernard in the courtyard. He got a report that Wulflin pillaged some other farms around Neuhof, and he's putting a squad together to ride against him. Mind your step, though. It's a family
Uh-huh.
affair.
Mhm. Szaty zdobią. I...
Sir Hanish sent me, Captain. I'm to join your mission.
Dawno się...
Can you teach me how...
Certainly.
I'd like to hone...
All right.
Isn't that...
Targujmy się.
What about this?
Come now.
480.
Now listen. Good health.
Can you...
Certainly.
I want to...
Niszcz.
You can't become a...
No to nie.
I'd like to...
Certain.
I'm interested...
Wouldn't you rather learn the...
Well... I'd like to...
Certainly.
Mieczem dużo naparzam. Może mistrzem
All
jestem.
right, but it'll cost.
A, czyli mieczyk. O.
Isn't that quite a lot?
1300.
What do you say to...
That's not enough. Agree.
Udoskonalony miecz. Niku,
When we get there, I'd like you to
Możemy.
hold back.
You can forget about that, Bernard. I'm not going on an outing. Hanush sent me to handle this matter, and handle it I will.
co oni tak szybko O ty... Oni tak mnie wyszczelili.
Something like that.
We have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna.
Yeah.
Wolfen belongs to a distant branch of my family, which, well, let's just say they bring no honor to our name.
But I heard Wolfen of Camberg was hanged somewhere in Silesia after plundering the bishop's estates.
Yeah.
I heard the same, only, well, I'm sure you've heard what they say about the Camberg branch of my family.
That they're cursed. Now, Bernard, don't you think I'm a little old for fairy tales?
Think what you like.
Yeah.
I heard it from my grandfather, and he never paid attention to old wives' tales.
Mhm.
I meant no offense, Captain. Well, tell me all about it then. After all, there's no smoke without fire, and I never heard about the Camberg man from a member of the family.
Very well. At home, we always
Yeah.
spoke in whispers about our Camberg relatives. When Wolfen's father, Wilhan, came to visit, I'm almost ashamed to say it.
You can rely on my discretion, Captain. Carry on.
Well, the servants
Yeah.
were so afraid of him that they...
Why is that?
Yeah.
Wilhelm's face was so badly disfigured, folk would cross themselves when they saw him. I was afraid of him myself as a boy.
Was he wounded in war?
No, he was born that way. See, his mother, Countess Barbara of Hogwitz, didn't want to marry Wilhelm's father, my grandfather's brother. She never wanted to bear his children. So, when she fell pregnant, they say she went to a witch to get rid of the child. She ended up having quintuplets. Can you imagine it? 5 babes born in one night?
Jesus Christ!
That's not all. 4 of them didn't live till dawn. Only the 5th survived. He was disfigured. Wilhelm.
Yeah.
Cheated her. Instead of getting rid of the child,
Yeah.
she put the devil's seed inside her.
Good Lord, how dreadful!
Well, Wilhelm carried that with him his whole life. When his own wife was in childbed, he had 7 friars kneeling in her chamber day and night.
Yeah.
Stop the rumors, though. When his son, Wolfen, was born, he looked normal
Yeah.
enough. But he turned out to be as wild as a stray tomcat.
Yeah.
It seems he hasn't grown out.
You're right about that. A few years ago,
Yeah.
Wolfen went off to Poland, and Wilhelm got worse and worse.
Ciekawe,
Cursed
ciekawe.
everything, and everyone in
God
his
save
house
you,
started
Henry.
throwing crockery at the servants. He was on his deathbed. He sent for a priest
Yeah.
just to give him the last rites, because they were afraid that the devil would come out of him and possess someone else. Then later, Wolfen turned up, even though he was
Yeah.
supposed to be dead for years. Folk said he was dead. That wouldn't stop the devil's spawn.
Sweet Jesus. It sounds a lot more convincing
Yeah.
coming from you than the stories my nurses used to tell me. How are we supposed to deal with a monster like that?
Pray, Sir Hans. Pray.
Yeah.
Whoa! Slow down. Vitus and Cyril. I sent them to scout ahead.
Those bastards will pay for this.
They most certainly will. Let's go. We have to make camp. Hamlin, we'll take 2 men and come back here later. I won't have Vitus and Cyril left as crow meat.
Yes, Captain.
Nasi zwiadowcy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wigi, wigi.
Yeah.
Tell me, Captain, how come this wolfing?
They say blood's thicker than water, but sometimes...
So what's the cause of your conflict with Wolf?
Nothing in particular. Just that he's a ruffian, a treacherous bastard, and a bandit.
How do you mean Kurt?
Like I said, Wolfin's grandfather married Countess Barbara of Hogwitz. Only instead of getting rid of the unborn...
What, all at the same time?
All in one night. But only one of them lived till morning. The young...
How are you related?
Milota, Wolfin and I have the same great-grandfather, Urban, Baron of Oleshna.
And you believe?
Depends how you look at it. As for Wolfin,
What do we do now?
first we have to find out where those Horsons are holed up, according to the report. So someone should go to those places and find out what they can. You should do it, Henry.
All right, Captain. I'll do that.
Kiedy?
One is uphill from Neuhoff, right by the woods. One here above the woods by the crossroads, directly north. Good luck then.
I że cardio muszę robić. No ja pier... Idziemy się na miejsce.
God preserve you, good knight.
Captain Bernard sent me.
Well, they came, took everything they could, and rode off again.
We're trying to catch up with that gang, so I need...
What do you want to know?
How many of them?
2 or 3, I'm not sure.
Which way did they go?
I don't know. I wasn't watching. My husband...
So your husband was outside?
Yes, he tried...
What did they...
Not much. We haven't...
So you're telling me that...
More or less.
But just...
Ah,
So were you inside or outside?
well, like I say...
Look here, I'm not...
No! It's just...
I'm the one who's bewildered. Let me make one thing clear. Those if we don't catch him, there'll be hell to pay.
Oh, Jesus.
So,
First, promise me...
that's exactly what I'm here for.
They came a few days ago, took a pig. I noticed one of them had an injured leg.
That was very Christian of you.
All I cared about was that they wouldn't kill us.
Go on. What?
They rode off, and I prayed we'd seen the last of them. One of them had been wounded, and they wanted me to take a look at him. They gave me some coin and took me to their camp.
I understand.
They didn't exactly threaten me. They didn't have to. But if they get away...
Don't worry. We'll take care of it. So you know where they're camped?
I won't go to their camp, no. But I know of a place where you're...
That'll do me.
Good luck then.
Bing, bing, bing. Pierwsze miejsce, co wybrałem. Wiemy, gdzie jest obóz.
I'm not going any further. They saw me, I'd be done for. The camp's not...
Thanks. And don't worry. I'll deal with those bastards.
I pray you do.
Jak ceń? Aha. Niby cel nie osiągnięty. Będę się tu. No, widzimy się jak... Gdzie jest kapitan? Ilu was tu już jest? Dziewięciu już tu. Jechałem z trzema, co jest? Kapitanie? Melduję znalezienie obozu wroga.
I found that encampment.
Ah, I'm glad to hear.
Not really.
How many men did you see?
O kurde. Minimum, nie?
Around 10.
The same as us. Well, now we'll see if my cousin is really as tough as they say. Otherwise, he'll be swinging tonight from the Ratte ramparts.
Sounds good to me, Captain.
Don't get too cocky. These skirmishes in the woods can get tricky. Who knows what the bastard has up his sleeve? Anyway, I'll round up the men and you can lead us to this camp of theirs.
Of course.
Napierdzielajmy. Arno, Wolfin z kamienia. Tyku się pecnów. Jako taki... Osiem. Już więcej was było, co jest? Ośmiu, okej.
Wolflin of Camberg, for your crimes against Sir Meloda of Oleshna and Sir Hanush of Lipa, you have been declared a reprobate and an outlaw. Will you willingly lay down your arms and accept your just punishment at the hands of Sir Hanush? Or do you intend to offer resistance?
That's a difficult choice, cousin. What do you say, man?
Co tutaj alchemię?
Am I to take it you intend to resist?
I didn't want to, but these men here talked me into it.
We're wasting our time, Captain. This brute here hasn't the honor of a common footpad. These murdering swine slayed Vitus and Cyril. I think it's time they paid for it. What do you say, men?
Blood damn right!
At those bastards! Shoot!
Ognia. Tego pajacu. Pyk w oczku. Pyk w oczku. A kurde. Biegać. Ja nie, ja go tu. Mam po naparze. A, leżysz pajac. Gdzie lecisz? Co?
Victory is ours, Captain.
Praise the Lord. My men are no easy pickings, and you and Sir Hans helped us a lot.
What now?
We'll break camp and head back to the castle. You ought to go on ahead and report to Sir Hanush.
Yes.
May the Lord watch over you.
Ej, mordo. Panie, wrócimy z misji.
Greetings. What do you
I have news from the camp, Sir Hanush.
speak?
Unfortunately, we couldn't avoid a skirmish.
Where's Hans? I hope he's not.
There's no need to worry, my lord. Lord Capon's alive and well. Lord Capon is busy celebrating.
So you succeeded.
Wolfen is dead, and his men routed. Captain Bernard and the others are hunting them down in the woods right now.
By God, that's excellent news. I must say, Henry, after all that's happened recently, I'm glad something finally turned out well.
So am I, sir.
And I think you deserve to be rewarded for your efforts.
Thank you, sir.
God be with you.
Ten magdeburski Irys. Lecimy, król.
Help me, somebody! God in heaven!
Tylko se musimy iść na miejsce.
This is in surprisingly good condition.
Przed wylot.
Seems they had a good go at wrecking this, but it's still standing.
Rozruba.
Hey! Do you hear me? Can you hear me? Are you alive? Come on, say something!
Hey! Hey, you there! What have you done?
Me? It wasn't me. It must have been one of your lot pushed him down the shaft.
If you hadn't come sniffing around, none of this would have happened.
What's my being here got to do with it? What the fuck's been going on? Whatever it is, now you've got a murder to answer for.
Only if someone finds out.
Listen, neighbours, don't be stupid. You don't want to add another murder to the count?
You know that was no accident.
That's ridiculous. If you all clear off out of here, I promise no...
Hey! Where are you going? You're not going to abandon us, are you? Not after all the good talk.
Bezłuczni, nie?
Au!
Udało się uciec. Mana chcę zakończyć.
What do you...
I'm here about the mine.
Excellent. So what...
It's been plundered and wrecked. but everything can be fixed. It'll be quite a job, but at least it won't have to be rebuilt from scratch.
That's a weight off my mind. And did you see anyone there? Thieves or suspicious types?
Nemoy and his gang were stealing silver there.
The vermin. I thought as much. Did you bring him here?
I tried to, but he was having none of it. He didn't want to burn, so he tried to kill me.
Well, I'm glad he didn't succeed. But now I won't be able to find out anything. Oh well, can't be helped, I suppose.
About my
Yes, of course. Actually, I don't believe any reward was mentioned. On the other hand, you...
It's been a pleasure.
Dzięki za oglądanie odcinka. Mam nadzieję, że się podobał. Załapkujcie,
Enjoy it in good
napiszcie
health.
komentarz. Do zobaczenia na streamie lub w kolejnym odcinku. Cześć, cześć.